Hey guys, it's Friday. This is the Lovin Dubai show with Casey.
And Masa.
And we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country and the world are talking about. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed meets President Vladimir Putin on an official visit to Russia.
And someone just tipped 1,000 dirhams for a 5 dirham karak.
We're talking about a traffic fine scam that's been going viral, but actually Dubai police have already busted it.
And Dubai radio host Priti Malik discussed a study about Gen Z employees. Are Gen Z employees lazy? That's a good debate.
Does it feel like looking after Gen Z employees, it's like you're raising
kids?
We put it to you.
We put it to you.
In today's rapid weather report, it's mostly sunny with temperatures ranging from 34 to 43 degrees. No surprises there. It's sunny and it's sticky. Everyone's talking about this celebrity wedding that's taking place.
Yumi's wedding.
Who's Yumi?
Oh my God. She's a really big Dubai influencer, but she's very blunt, very honest, very out there, okay? You should watch her videos. Oh my God. She's so funny. It's just, she's funny because she's so transparent, you know? She's not trying to fake it, okay? But people love her. People love that, you know, her randomness, you know? She would just say whatever comes to mind on social media.
I heard this is the first time we're seeing the partner.
Yes,
which
by
I
the
think
way.
is such a reveal, like it's such a drop, but it makes sense because obviously you wait until the wedding day. This is tips for everyone. Don't go social with your partner until you're very close to that wedding, because who knows?
You know what they call it, soft or hard launch. This is a hard launch.
This is a hard launch. Loads of people are there. So Farhana Bodhi, and it looks like Dolce & Gabbana is massively involved.
She's giving gifts. Dolce & Gabbana gifts. I wanted to be that. I wanted Yumi. Sorry, I love you. Sorry, I mixed up your name, but I love you. Why was I not invited?
She looks stunning. It looks like the most magical and extra affair. And for some people, you would have this on your vision board, this manifestation board.
Manifestation board.
Do you manifest?
You know, I've read a lot of things that says basically because I'm a Muslim, dua is what they call it is manifestation in Islam. So if you make dua, you make a prayer to God. That's technically like a manifestation. It's just you asking for it.
Well,
but like
I wonder,
proper manifestation where affirmations and stuff, no, I don't do that.
Well, I wonder if it aligns because today, August 8th of the 8th, is a very important day in manifestation world. It's called the Lionsgate Portal.
Okay, tell me about it. Okay.
So they say there's a lot of alignment going on between the Sun and Leo, the star Sirius and Orion's belt and the Earth. They're all lining up. And because of that, this isn't for your vague manifestations. If you've got something that you want out of life, if you want from the earth,
do it today.
It's manifestation season on steroids. And vague wishes won't cut it, so you need to do it today.
You have to believe it.
You have to believe that it's going to come to you and sit in your little manifestation bubble. And
you know, thank God it's Friday. So you can sit and just have some time to deeply think about what you really want in life, okay? Don't just throw random words in there. Because Casey, prior to this show, okay, she was asking me, what do you want what do you want next? What is your goal in life? I had no answer. I don't know what I want.
How do you not know?
I don't know. I have mixed feelings about everything, you know? Sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm so big into this corporate world. Okay, I'm gonna climb the corporate ladder. I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna be that. And then this is the corporate world. And then I move. I'm like, you know what? No, I want to be a trade wife. I want to be a housewife. You know what? I'm just gonna get married. This is my goal.
Why can't you have both? Why can't you do both?
Well, technically, we have to be honest with ourselves. We can't have both.
You can have both. That's the goal. That's my goal. That's my manifestation. Of course you want both. Why can't you have both?
You can have both to a certain extent.
You can have both.
If you think of it as in percentage, okay, you have to put an effort in one thing, you know?
Totally disagree.
Like you can't give your 50-50 to both.
You can do both and you can work it your way. There's nothing to stop. I mean, it depends what you want. If you want both, but
That's what makes it so difficult, especially for women. I feel like it's such a big decision for women.
I don't think so anymore. I feel like, especially in this country, we have the privilege of being able to afford help where we need it. And therefore, no matter what your dreams are, you can achieve them. Thank you, UAE.
Thank you, UAE. Thank God. But like, have you heard of this double burden thing where you have to go to work and then when you come back home, you still have some...
Right, no, 100%, and I see all these conversations as to like, but I think it just depends on what you want.
It depends on
And what
you
I'm saying is, if you want both, you can achieve both. If you don't want both, that's fine. Absolutely fine. Go down the family route, go down the work route.
This is
whatever you want. But if you want both, 100% think that you can do it.
You can.
Don't limit yourself.
Yeah, it's true. You can have both, but I feel like to a certain extent, like your priority has to be on one thing. Like you can do both, but
or maybe you balance your time. But the reality is, kids are going to be in your life. Parents, come at me because I have no idea. Like. You'll have them for like 15, 16 years tops. That's like...
For us to live, for us to get married.
That's 20% of your life in this day and age. But the reality is, like, when they get 16, yeah, they might still live with you, but they're looking beyond.
They're looking
beyond. They want to go
yeah.
study somewhere. They need to go and experience the world. So you have to have your life around that as well. And whatever you want that to look like, that's up to you. But as long as we know what we want.
But at the same time...
We are so diverse.
I know, but at the same time, like, I don't want my life to be just... my kids, you know. I want to have my life of my own, you know.
Exactly.
I don't want to be determined by my
So
children.
what does your life on your own... That's what we're getting to.
I don't know.
Okay. Let's calm it down. We've gone too far. If you want to use Lionsgate Portal today...
Use it today.
Raise your frequency. So just spend time in things that make you feel light, excited and aligned. Work with symbols and rituals and just think about the journaling prompts that you're going to use. What am I calling for in the next 12 months? What am I ready to release that no longer aligns with my higher self? And I say it in a funny voice, but I do believe that aligning with what you want is very important.
Do you know what you want?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Everything.
Nice.
Family, amazing work life.
Amazing, okay.
All of those things. And
luxury, happiness, peace, money, big celebrations, social gatherings.
Why not?
Why not?
It is 8:40 on a Friday morning and we are going to jump into our top stories of the day. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed meets President Vladimir Putin on an official Russia visit. UAE President His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan met with His Excellency Vladimir Putin, President of the Russian Federation, to discuss enhancing the strategic partnership between the two countries.
So the two leaders met yesterday at the Kremlin as part of His Highness' official visit to Russia. During the meeting, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed and His Excellency Putin reviewed the progress in UAE-Russia cooperation, particularly in the fields of the economy, trade, investment, space and energy.
His Highness the President stated that the UAE-Russia relations are based on mutual trust and respect, as well as deep-rooted and constructive engagement spanning more than 50 years. His Highness affirmed the UAE's commitment to strengthening peace and stability while advancing diplomatic solutions, both regionally and globally.
His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed and His Excellency Putin reviewed developments in the Middle East, underscoring the need to intensify efforts towards achieving a just, comprehensive and lasting peace based on the two-state solution with the aim of promoting stability and security for all.
His Highness also expressed his appreciation to His Excellency Putin for facilitating the UAE's mediation concerning the exchange of over 4,000 prisoners between Russia and Ukraine, emphasising the UAE's continued willingness to further advance this humanitarian effort.
So on the sideline of this meeting, a high-level meeting took place in Abu Dhabi. His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Vice President, Deputy Prime Minister and Chairman of the Presidential Court, received Dmitry Sinek, Ambassador of Ukraine to the UAE. To mark the conclusion of the ambassador's diplomatic tenure, the two sides discussed ways for enhancing cooperation across various sectors, reflecting the mutual interest in strengthening diplomatic and economical ties.
And on another sideline to the meeting, it looks like next week a summit between President Donald Trump of the United States and President Vladimir Putin will take place. There's question marks over where it's going to happen. The question was put to Vladimir Putin in the presence of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, in which Mr. Putin responded. We could look to many friends could possibly host the summit. It will take place next week, such as our friends in the UAE. So he's hinting that that summit could take place next week, which would be a really high-level international visit taking place here in the UAE. Once we get official confirmation on that, we'll bring it to you.
Exactly.
Let's move in to our next story. We're talking about traffic fine scams.
Dubai police bust gang behind traffic fine scams in a recent sting operation led by the Anti-Fraud Center at Dubai Police General Department of Criminal Investigations. Authorities arrested a gang running a scam that falsely promised up to 70% discounts on traffic fines. So according to Khalid Shines, the suspects lured victims through misleading social media ads, met them in person, and claimed they could clear fines via unofficial channels.
Wow, the discount was a very clever ruse. The gang used stolen credit card details to pay the fines on behalf of the victims. Once the payment appeared cleared in the system, they would then demand half the fine amount in cash as their service fee. The elaborate fraud not only involved theft of banking data, but also financial deception, making it a double crime.
So Dubai police warned the public that anyone knowingly participating in such offers may be legally considered an accomplice. So they urged residents to avoid traffic fine discounts offered outside of official government platforms, so labeling them illegal and punishable. So authorities also called on the community to report suspicious activity through the Police Eye feature on the Dubai Police app or by calling 901. Too good to be true. Too good to be true.
Too good to be
to
true.
have a 70% off of your traffic fines. This never happens. Even when we do get discounts, it's usually in charge of Abu Dhabi and 30%.
I want to get some historical evidence on that because you're right.
I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry, guys.
Bless you.
Thank you.
In Sharjah and Abu Dhabi, over the years, there would be an amnesty on these fines. And it's happened in Dubai too, years and years ago. We just haven't seen one in a little while.
Yeah. What was it, 70%?
I can't remember. But there would be and it would be, you know, if you've had fines to this length, you know, you just pay this amount and then we'll cut them. So everyone is waiting for those days. I know it hasn't happened in Dubai. I have a fine sitting there.
You have a fine and you're waiting?
I'm waiting for the day to come. And as you said, too good to be true. But if you're waiting and you've got these fines building up and you saw that ad,
that's the thing. It's desperation.
they get you. They think,
It's the hope.
they think, where do people have a lot of money to spend?
Usually.
That's how their brain works. And then how can we get them when they're at their most vulnerable? Like, for example, Charlotte Tilbury, 80% off.
Wow.
Click.
100% I'd click on that.
I wouldn't even need.
100%.
And then you'd get in, and then you'd realise because you'd see the little things. But that would get me. A massive beauty scam would get me.
Yeah, true. Me too. Like clothing, fashion, okay, beauty. 100% I would fall for it.
Of course, Emirates, if there was business class discounts. That's why they've had to stop their social media ads. We reported that last week because of these scams looking too real to people clicking on them, people being deceived and spending a lot of money.
Oh, wow, haram. And if you come to think about like traffic fines, okay? We always pay them through the Dubai Police app or in the center themselves.
Yeah, true.
Why would they send it to you on a different platforms? Why would they not have a system? They have to have a system for you to be able to verify cars in the future and other details. Why would they have it on a different website, different ad, different, I don't know, clickable tabs? Think about it in this way.
True.
Why would they put it out there? There are trusted platforms and there are very few places where you can pay your traffic fines. It's there for a reason, for you not to fall into those scam websites.
Okay, so stick with the authorities.
Yeah, and I don't want to speak too much because I'm scared that I fall into a scam one day and then...
My only possibility is saying it was a 50 cent a few years back, I think. Yeah, I don't have the full... Thank you for sharing that. There was a strong discount a while ago, but it's an amnesty, and you just don't know.
You just don't
know if it's going to come again. But it's a real dream when it does. So I think people wait, and then I think if you see that and you're one of the waiters, then I would not advise waiting because then they can they build up.
They build up, and it just looks too much. Or you know what? Just avoid try to not get any fines.
Yeah,
avoid it. Have you seen any beauty scams online?
Over the years, yeah.
Oh, but okay. Have you ever fell for them?
No, but I think about these conversations that we have, and whenever I have conversations with friends or colleagues, everyone has a person who has a scam story. Everyone knows someone who's had a scam story. I was talking about my scam a few days ago on this show, where someone was doing hundreds of dollars one morning on my account 3 days ago on OnlyFans. You were away, yeah.
Oh my God, tea!
And I shared this on the show, and I spoke to some friends about it, and someone said their friend had 50,000 dirham taken from their credit card.
Oh my God.
They got half of it back, but imagine, and that's like one, what's that degree of separation? Everyone has a scam story.
Oh my God. I need to know the details of this.
You can watch the show.
Can you watch it?
I can't relive it. Yeah, a few $100s taken from my account a few mornings ago. Hoping to get it back.
Hope
The
you get it
powers
back.
that be. But
Manifest it today.
Manifest.
Manifest it today.
No,
is
I've
your
got
day.
bigger dreams for the.
Okay.
I've got bigger dreams for Lionsgate.
The portal is not too big.
I've got bigger dreams for that portal. Gen Z employees, are they kids in the workplace?
Kids in the work. Are we kids in the workplace?
Are they? Are you?
Am I a kid in the workplace?
Let's see what the polls say.
Dubai radio host Pretty Manic discussed a study about Gen Z employees. So Dubai radio host Pretty Manic stirred up a fiery debate after discussing a recent study highlighting the workplace challenges with Gen Z employees. According to the study, it's a US study, 9 out of 10 managers said that they had to teach their Gen Z hires how to receive feedback, speak with clients, and multitask. So as well as reinforce basics like punctuality, meeting deadlines, and replying to professionally to messages.
Yeah, funny on that note is that half of that should be expected. As in, like
It's
you
expected.
are going to have to train new people. To
Yeah,
the
you have to
workplace.
train hires, you know?
During their show on Virgin Radio,
Yeah.
Pretty Malik, a Gen Z caller, candidly said, "If we've provided the bare minimum, we'll give the bare minimum." Ouch. The statement divided listeners, while some agreed and pointed to poor work environments as the root cause. Others criticized the mindset. Some comments agree, some disagree, and we actually put a poll up on our own page asking people how they felt. And the question was, is it like kind of looking after kids in the workplace? 500 people said yes, 100-something, 50 people said no, and a few people said it was unfair. So the majority said yes.
I think people just want to attack Gen Zs.
Yeah.
The silence.
Yeah,
I don't know. Let's think about it in this way. I feel every generation will start viewing the workplace differently. Every generation will have a different environment. Every generation will be faced with different difficulties, okay? For example, let's say boomers, okay? Limited technology. Millennials came in, internet, Google, everything spun up, okay? So I'm sure boomers said the same thing about millennials. Lazy, they don't have proper work ethics. And then comes Gen Zs, we have AI. And now millennials are attacking us, saying that we need to be babysat, okay? We need to be trained, we're lazy. But I think it's just you can't have the same type of workplace over and over again and throughout the years because things change. And now we have work from home options. Things change.
No, but I think the difference is, the beginning of that was that like timeliness. Like, let's say boomers, millennials, you stay an extra 1-2 hours after work. That type of thing, and then you know, small tasks. Is this in my work brief? Then if it's not, I'm not going to do it. Or why are you asking me to do this? While a previous generation said yes to everything.
Yes.
I believe there has been a seismic shift in the workplace since COVID. The world has changed since COVID.
Yeah, the world changed.
And there might be a bit of kind of, what's the word? Entitlement in terms of this is my job. But I think at the root of it, I don't think it's a generational thing. Like the generations have changed, sure.
Yeah.
But actually it's no bad thing that people are saying why and asking questions. Like it's not a bad thing.
It's just, I feel like maybe it's because work environment sometimes in some places, some countries, some workplaces can be a bit toxic, and I know, and you see the shift in social media. Okay, back in 2016, looking at those the millennial work bosses or whatever, they really encouraged the idea of the hustle and being a hustler and being a work boss. Okay, and then I feel like with Gen Zs, they just want to live in the moment. You know, do what they have to do. Okay, do what the job requires. Okay. And that's it, not go beyond it.
But what I would say on that is that's not going to cut it.
That's not gonna cut
But
it too.
I think that's an unfair generalization for Gen Z. I think
Yeah.
there's super smart, hardworking Gen Z people, and so I don't think it's fair to say that they all just
Yeah, it's
come
not
and tick
fair.
the box. And I don't think we can generalize on an entire nation. I think you're right that every generation will always look down on the next generation.
Yeah.
Like, they don't work as hard as us. It's a nice thing to do to complain about other people, but I don't think it's, I don't think
have the same struggles.
but I don't think it's fair. I
It's
really
not
don't.
fair.
To generalize on a generalization, especially the entire workplace has shifted for everyone, and I think it's okay to question previous expectations.
Can I put you on the spot though? Okay, you're a millennial, and you work.
I'm a serious millennial.
And you work among Gen Z's employees.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it really depends on the individual, or is it the generation shift?
That's what I'm getting at. I massively think it depends on the individual.
Oh, true. I see that too. It
100%.
depends on the individual.
And even if the workplace has shifted, that I was thinking about this as I drove to the office today, that we had when we started 10 years ago, and it was kind of the norm that maybe a few people who lived in Sharjah, we would always stay until like 7, 8 p.m.
Yeah, it was the normal,
It was just easier to, but just because if people leave at the right time doesn't mean they're less hardworking throughout the day. And so it's entirely based on the individual.
It's based on
and
the
if people want to
individual,
progress in the workplace, you need hustle. You need to
You need
work
hustle.
hard. You need to take initiative. But that it's not a generation thing.
It's not a
Although I wish there was less TikTok.
You know, I think it's different now. I think it's just people are looking into ways of how to make easy money instead of just working so hard. You know, but people have
Which isn't
different
gonna
goals.
work.
You know, some people love to climb that corporate ladder. They love to hustle. This is just part of their personality. For example, my sister, she loves working. She's a hustler. It's just a personality, I feel. And for example, my other brother's like, he hates 9 to 5, so he has his own business. It just depends on the individual, you know.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'll tell you a story, okay? I was at this family gathering and we had this manager. She's a millennial, okay? She had an intern come in. She was a senior in uni, okay? She asked the intern, she had a bunch of papers and she needed to organize those papers, and she needed someone to staple those papers, okay? The Gen Z employee told her, this is not my scope of work and I don't work for you, so I will not be doing it. I told her as a Gen Z, this is very, very disrespectful, very inappropriate.
It's like the worst mindset. Someone's like people coming into a new office, you have to do
what you're
you have
asked
to
for,
put
you
in the
know?
groundwork.
Yeah.
And you have to learn every side of the industry, and you can't be too good for those small jobs.
You can't be too good for your small jobs, but at the same time, you know, I think it's good to give interns hands-on experience.
Yeah, fine, but like someone's got to do the paperwork.
The paperwork.
And like think about like what you want at the end of the day. If you really want to work in whatever industry, you've got to impress the boss.
You got to impress
so
the boss.
basic. Absolutely. And also, if you look around you, if that intern looked around and saw what everyone else was doing, it's always a stepping stone.
It's always a stepping stone. Yeah.
And if it's the wrong company who's giving just basic tasks that is not going to work as a stepping stone, then leave.
Then leave, yeah. I entered a specific company. I was doing, it was like a very, very, very corporate company, okay? But there was this one employee, and he kept making fun of me every morning. He's like, no, whenever he drops the coffee, he's like, I'm just gonna ask you, the intern, to clean it up after me.
Yeah,
okay, whenever he asks for coffee, he's like, you know what, I need you to go get me coffee. I'm not your coffee person, you know? And whenever he has to organize a table, you know, I'm just gonna, and sometimes I'm not even around, like people tell me, he's like, I'm just gonna ask the intern to organize this table for me. This is so disrespectful. How could you do that?
Yeah, there's a thing that I've noticed before is when people say intern rather than the name, and I'm like, you have to learn the person's name, but also the tasks. I see what you mean with the tasks as well, but yeah.
I'm just there to learn, you know. I know nothing, and I'm so shy, and I don't know anyone there, and I'm an intern, you know. Just don't ask me to clean after you.
Yeah, office structure is important.
Office structure is important, yeah.
What was the designation? What was the?
It was like very similar to, I don't know how to explain it. So basically, it's storytelling and editing reels and videos.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a media company. And
Media company.
They're asking you to clean the tables. I think there's a level, but the reality, Massa, is like this table gets messy. No, but who cleans it? do we wait for
person who's-
no? But do we wait for the cleaner, or do we like? I know we should do it, but every now and then we might forget something, and then and when I say cleaner, I mean Millie, but like. It's someone's got to do the job.
Someone has to do the
and
job.
sometimes, like, if you see there's a mess, and let's say we've left a mess, and someone else sees it, maybe they would just do it.
Yeah.
Because like,
But this
we're
is your
all
personal,
office
that's-
working together. I know, but I mean, it's possible for a mess to be made, and someone can just jump in and do it. So
Yeah.
I don't think it could be maybe it's that person's responsibility, maybe it's the cleaner's responsibility, but maybe someone else just takes initiative and does it. Like, God forbid you would clean up a mess that wasn't yours. Like, it's so, and like, so someone does have to do cleaning of things. And I don't think it's fair to be chastised and be like, the intern should do it. That's so wrong.
Yeah, that's so wrong.
That's so wrong.
But
I'm a real bad devil's advocate. Like,
Yeah.
take the side of the person who gave you your worst experience ever.
Oh, but it's okay, you know. But I did notice that, you know, I'm 24, okay? The younger ones, they tend to be a little bit entitled, and they tend to be a bit, some of them tend to be super rude. And they're
No, but it's a
it's a
individual
personality
thing.
or the Gen Z stare. I don't know if you heard of it.
No.
Okay. It's Gen Z stare is like, you walk into a room, okay, and then there's a Gen Z sitting in front of you, and Gen Z, you say hi, and you're faced with this very nonchalant and no expressions and very slow reply face. Just like,
I wouldn't.
I've experienced it so many times.
No, but yeah.
I've experienced it so many times. Okay, honest, true, truthful. I experienced it so many times. It's like this.
Is it intentional?
No, it's just it's generations, like, you know, with the hype of being nonchalant.
I'm going to sign off on this show with a Gen Z stare. Who knows what's going on inside?
You know what?
You don't know what's going on inside.
It's a personality thing, you know.
Anyway, we'll move on.
Let's move on.
Someone just tipped 1,000 dirham for a 5 dirham karak.
Karak, yeah. That's good. Yeah, you said it. Karak.
A video is going viral of this blogger who was getting a lovely karak. I wonder if it's summer, it looks winter vibes. And along with the karak, he added a 500 dirham tip and then another 500 dirham tip. His name is, Billionaire Boy Dubai on Instagram. Whether he's doing it for clout, we don't know. The reaction from the person receiving the money was very limited. It was just like, thank you so much, sir. I like that they didn't show the person, because I think it's not right.
Bit, you know?
It's a bit demeaning to the person if it's like, show your reaction. So that's cool. Some people are saying it looks fake, but it's getting a mixed reaction. But I guess I hope it was real. And regardless if it's for clout, I hope someone got 1,000 dirham tip out of it.
Like, you probably made someone's day, you know, like you never expected. And this is where it's just God wanted them to have this kind of money. To think about it, it's that way, you know. God wanted, this person was not just lucky, was picked by God. But still, for one, I don't know, I just don't believe in filming those types of acts. I know a lot of people think, okay, it's good to raise awareness, to encourage people to do the same. It's just to show people that this is what people are doing, so maybe you should be doing that as well. I don't know, for me, it just doesn't sound right. The act of filming it like that, I don't know. And maybe the person didn't show much reaction because maybe this person wasn't feeling comfortable, or didn't know if it was actually fake, or was there a prank, or didn't know how to react. Because the person in front of them is holding a phone and filming.
True.
So how would you react to that?
Hamzad is saying, can this customer come to my business? Can you come here?
You know what, can you come here?
I feel both ways about it. From a publication perspective, where we share these acts of kindness, I really like it.
Yeah.
Because it reminds us to give back. We shouldn't need these reminders, but the types of initiatives like leaving water at your door,
it's important.
Gift packs, water packs for delivery drivers during summer, we wouldn't be aware of them if people didn't start promoting them and talking about them. But I think there's a way to do it. Yeah,
but can I say something though? I feel like those initiatives of leaving water, leaving drinks, leaving ice cream, because you're leaving it in big quantities, so you're encouraging people to do the same. But this is a very specific one. Not everyone's going to go around giving 1,000 dirham tips. Sometimes we give like 10 dirhams, 5 dirhams, but we don't film it. But the specific act...
The specific one.
It's very specific. It's very... I don't know. It's just... seems very off.
But
you know what? God bless him for doing that. You know, it's not as it's just leaving a 1,000 dirham tip is not an easy thing to do, or it's just something that passes a passing thing. But still, God bless you. Thank you so much. But I don't know.
You're looking there.
I'm looking there.
So you're looking to the Lionsgate portal. If someone got 1,000 dirham from this, I'm okay with it. And trust people's intentions.
Trust people's intentions.
So,
I'm sure this person took the cash.
Lest we not judge other people for whatever their intentions are, let's assume that they're good. And someone hopefully got 1,000 dirham tip out of it.
Exactly. Someone did end up getting something good. This person did end up doing a very good thing, okay? I don't know. It's just... We're a social media generation, okay? And this is how we're going to have to accept it. Social media is part of our lives. You can't escape it. It's like, you know what, when they say escape the matrix, oh no, we can't escape it. It's part of our daily life, you know? It is part of our daily life. Can't escape it.
That's one of the, let's leave it on this, that was one of the great responses on the Gen Z thread on our comment section. Check out the comments, always great fun. One of them said, just remove their internet and watch them, like...
I will decompose.
You might actually get work done. Okay, it's Friday. That is the end of the Lovin Dubai show. Thank you, Massa.
Thank you, Casey.
And we'll see you back here on Monday morning, same time, same place. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.